You are listening to Indie Soul Rhythms with Moochie Alfonso.
It's good for us, and it's good for me, yeah.
The show that brings you the very best in indie soul. It's probably the grooviest show on the planet.
Hello everyone, this is Millie Mountain and you are listening to Indie Soul Rhythms with my soul brother, Moochie Alfonso.
We have with us this afternoon singer-songwriter from South London, Brixton, Millie Mountain. Welcome to Indie Soul Rhythms. I'm
Thanks for
sure
having me.
our listeners cannot wait to hear your story. Shall we get into it?
Let's get right into it, Moochie.
Excellent. So in case I did not do you justice with my intro, please tell our listeners briefly who you are and where you're from.
So I'm a soul jazz singer-songwriter and I'm from Brixton, Southwest London. Been making music, writing music since I was about 8 years old.
Right.
And I've been gigging, around the, jazz circuit for quite some time now, all around the UK. I was in a hip hop collective as well, but we'll get into that later. And we've been recording since 2020. So I'm really small since 2020.
Right. Was that during the pandemic?
It was, yeah. And that was a lot. It was interesting, but obviously creatively, I feel like I had bursts of creativity and then just felt absolutely exhausted mentally. So, I mean, considering we were locked up and it was quite a weird time, I did actually feel very creative during that period of time and tried using it to my advantage, having all that free time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that period of time helped a lot of people to kind of soul search and, discover new talents, etc., etc. So you've been gigging all over London on the neo soul jazz circuit. That's awesome. So tell us more about that journey.
So yeah, I've been gigging for a while now. I was in a hip hop collective called the Mouse Outfit, and I've been performing for quite some years just at various different venues. But it all changed when I was in that group because I managed to perform at loads and loads of festivals. I supported inspirational artists such as UB40, Sister Sledge. I performed at Boomtown on my birthday, which was amazing. And yeah, it was a great day. It was the best birthday I've had so far. So it was a lot of fun. But since I've left the group, I've been performing at amazing venues in both Manchester, around the UK, North and South. And I performed at Pizza Express Live here. Performed at the Troubadour for my first headline. I performed at Band on the Wall and also the Carlton Club as well in Manchester. So I performed at quite a few different venues, jazz bars and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's amazing considering you started recording in 2020.
Yeah.
That you've done all these
gigs.
I'm
happy with what I've done so far, but there's still a lot more to come.
So tell us, what was it like, performing with the UB40? What did you take any nuggets off that?
So I was supporting UB40 at in Moseley Park for UB40 the Homecoming Festival, and it was great. It was my first time in Birmingham. I made some friends there.
Right.
And I would definitely go back. I would live there, to be honest. I love Birmingham. If I wasn't living, I mean, it's cheaper as well. There's that. As an artist, it would work. But yeah, I just kind of, I just love the energy, and it was great to have that crowd. It was great to have people cheering you on, supporting you, and it really makes a difference. The amount of people you got there. It really, you really feed off that energy. It's completely different to when I've gone from having really small gigs to look bigger, and it really does. It gives you an adrenaline rush, and it makes you feel good, and it really helps having that large amount of people there. Yeah.
Right now, and right now you've got some dates where you'll be performing, right?
Yeah, I've got quite a few dates coming up, and you can view all of them on my website. So we've got kind of all around the UK. I had one recently in Hitchin, which was a dance all day event as well. That was kind of different to my usual vibe, but met some really, really lovely people that other artists were great, and it was a lot of fun.
That's good. I mean, I think you have to be kind of diverse, isn't it? With music, you just can't put yourself in a box, and it's good to.
I'm never putting myself in a box. I'm always saying, sway away from that. Basically just do whatever I feel in the moment. Yeah.
Excellent. So if you are not making music, what would you be doing?
I don't like that question. Because even when I was younger, I would always get asked, so what would you be doing if you always need a backup plan? You need a
Yeah,
backup plan. My uncles would say that to me. Everyone would say that to me. And I just kind of looked at them like, don't want a backup plan. I just want to do my music. So I
yeah,
mean, with that said, obviously it's not making me money right now. So I do need, and I live in London.
yeah.
So with that said, I've actually got a potential job offer at a veterinary practice and I love animals. So
Right.
as a receptionist, but obviously you have the potential to become maybe a nurse one day or
Yeah.
have that at your disposal. So I would say working with animals, maybe.
That's interesting. You I think about the third or fourth artist who said the same thing that they would be working with animals if they were making
Really?
music. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's just
It's-
because we're so empathetic
yeah,
as artists. Makes sense.
amazing, amazing. And so you know, you said you started singing at such a young age. Where do you get the determination and the drive to carry on? And
So
um
I never really question it. I always,
mm,
sometimes I have gaps where I don't feel creative and I don't feel, inspired. But I would say that I always feel determined to pursue my music and I've never not felt determined to do that.
mhm.
So yeah, it's just always something, it's always been my calling and I've never really questioned it before.
Yeah, I've seen some ads. So apart from music, you're also involved in fashion, making modeling. How do you manage that? Or how do you balance the demands of music and modeling?
So I would say modeling is not really getting me many jobs now anyway, because I signed with a
Yeah.
smaller agency for quite some time. I've been with
Mm,
them. So I kind of wasn't really too fussed because that was during a time when I used to do a lot of modeling when I was younger, and I sort of just wanted to focus more on my music. I felt like I was not taking my music to the next. I needed to take it to the next level, and I wasn't taking it seriously, um, because I was doing other things, and I needed it to be my sole focus. So with that coming first, I just feel like I don't really need to do as much
mm.
modeling right now because that will come. It all comes anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So you've got a new album out. How many tracks are on it?
12-track album, my debut album, and it's out today for everyone to listen to. So I guess this is going to be aired on the 8th. So yeah, it's going to be there for you to listen to whenever you've got the time, and I'm sure you'll appreciate it when you do.
And it's available on
Quite a
all
political
platforms.
album, and it's during a time when we're getting, the elections going on, and
Yeah.
there's grey skies outside, and I feel like it's a good time to kind of
Yeah,
contemplate everything and just get in your feels a little bit.
sure. And it's available on all major platforms.
It is indeed, yes.
Amazing. So what else can we expect in 2024?
2024, I've got so many collaborations. I've got really exciting tracks that I haven't released yet, and also a lot of interest with just I've got a nice backing behind me, and there's things in the works which I'm not going to talk about now, but
Yeah, yeah.
there's exciting things in the works. So I'm feeling very optimistic with everything that is to come.
Yeah, well, keep us posted and we'll see how we can continue to support you.
I will do.
Um,
Thank
is there anything else you haven't done in your career that you still want to do?
There's so many things. Performing at the O2 Academy, performing, doing a tour, touring everywhere, performing
Mm.
everywhere, traveling, um, living my life, living my best life, meeting people, experiencing different cultures, not dying in London.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I want to do with my life.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
Eat great food, another thing. Yeah,
What's your favorite?
I love Ethiopian food. I love Caribbean food. I love Lebanese. I love Turkish food. I love food. Italian's good as well.
Yeah, nice. So I've got a couple of fun questions to round off. So with regards to your music career, what's the best compliment you've ever got?
Okay, so this is a good one. Do you know what? I was sending out press releases for the past, I've been sending out press releases for the past 2 weeks. And just yesterday I was on my laptop
Mhm.
and I got an email from a DJ called Steve. And he basically compared my album to the likes of Baduism. So uh,
Wow.
so that's probably one of the best compliments I've had. And also I have been told a lot that um I sound a bit like Amy. So
Mm,
that I would say those are both good compliments in themselves. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Not that I'm trying to go for a set sound, but I'll take it. I'm trying to go for my sound, but I'll take it.
And
Thank
so tell me, what's the worst piece of advice you've ever got?
I'd say there's a lot of bad advice going around in the industry. However, I would say definitely have a backup plan, but never ever stop doing your main craft. Never let the thing that you're going for, your side job or anything affect your main craft. Make that the thing that you're rooting for always, and obviously use it as a back in so that you can support what you want to do, but don't let it take you away from that vision. Don't get eaten up by it. Always have that vision, that strong vision, and always just walk towards the light that you see at the end of the tunnel. It's achievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't let these dead jobs eat you up, because they'll eat you up and you'll forget what you came here for. So
brilliant. Lastly, is there any person you would trade places with for a day?
um no, I just like being myself.
I like that. Yeah.
I just love being me, and even though I do like to kind of put myself in some other people's shoes, obviously it's important to do that in everyday life. But I wouldn't say that I would want to be anyone else. I'd be intrigued. I'm sure a lot of people would sit here and be like, I want to be my idol, I want to be this person, that person. But me, I guess I'd be interested to live a life, live one day through their eyes. But no, I like my life and I like rooting for myself. So yeah.
No, that's solid. That's really, really solid. And I think I've had a few people say that as well, that, that they wouldn't change who they are for anybody. And yeah, and some people will come up and say, "Oh, I'll trade places with so and so." And uh,
No.
personally, I would give exactly the same answer that you've given. I would, I like my life, and yeah,
It's good to like your life and it's good
yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah,
inspired by other people, but
yeah.
live your life.
Well, Millie, it's been a great pleasure getting to know you, and I'm sure
Right.
all our listeners will agree. And thank you for taking time. And I know you've got a busy schedule. We wish you the very best for 2024, and Indie Soul Rhythms salute you. But before we let you go, could you do us the honor of introducing a new track from your album, track called "Say It"?
Sure. So I'm Millie Mountain, and you're going to be listening to Say It from my debut album, Fugitive of the Mind, released on July 5th.
Thank you so much.